Would you mind starting us off with an opening statement?
Yeah, thanks for having me. Not an ideal game last week. I think our guys, rebounded well yesterday, and we're going to continue to handle this the proper way, but not ideal. We had the ability to get some turnovers and just couldn't really do anything with them. Didn't get great flow going on offense and really just, struggled to move the ball a little bit. At times we did it, but then the time of possession, was against us. We need to get off the field a little more on defense. And I say that after 4 different turnovers, but we still need to get off the field at some crucial third downs. And I just thought, we set ourselves back with some sacks, and I thought we played hard. I thought we never quit. We were still at the 2-minute mark, having a chance, to put a ball in the end zone towards the end there, and just ultimately ran out of time. But we got to be better all the way around, and I'm excited for our guys to be able to come back, respond a little bit, and get after this week. So excited to be back here for homecoming, and excited to just get back to work.
Thank you, Coach. We'll start off with Mike Barber. Mike?
Morning, Coach.
Morning, Mike.
I'm curious, in the 3 games you've had where the offense wasn't particularly productive, did you see any commonalities? Because statistically, there isn't a lot of things to look at and say, okay, this is wrong each time. They were different games.
Yeah, I think the pressure ultimately, that got on the quarterback, I think is a big piece of that. And I think, and even this one, you look at 6 different sacks, it doesn't go any one way. Some is a missed protection call, or maybe 1 or 2 of those. There's another 1 or 2 that end up on a running back, another 1 or 2 that end up on someone getting beat on the offensive line. And, that's really, you're spreading that out. There's not one thing that we could look at and say that is the only thing and that is the reason, and we have to correct that. We just have to be better in those fields. When you go backwards in those scenarios, it, puts you in a little bit of a bind. We punted 6 times. We had 6 sacks. That directly correlates to, killing drives. So I think getting the ball out of our hands, giving our quarterback a few other things to do in drop back situations, getting the ball out quicker, the ability to run. I think we did that in the 2-minute scenarios, and I think we just got to extend, and do that a little bit more in the middle of the field as well.
And I realize I'm asking you to comment on a small sample size here, but you've had the chance to play some home games at Bridgeforth. What kind of a lift does that environment give your program?
A huge lift. I mean, this is the greatest fan base in America, and I believe that. And I think when we go through, even the last place we were just at, they had good fans there, and there was good noise there. There was excitement there. There was a lot that we had to just navigate early. But I feel that same thing when we're here. And to be an opposing team in here, it's a tough place to play, and we're going to need every bit of it, obviously, on Saturday.
Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm. Go over to Sam.
Coach, 67 rushing yards this past weekend. Obviously, some of that's the sacks, some of that's, them jumping out to a 21-0 lead. But would you really, put it out as, it's how the game went, just them jumping out to a 21-0 lead, necessitate you guys throwing the ball, or do you think it was something they did defensively to slow you guys down?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think so. What was your final part of that question? Was it what?
Was it them jumping out to a 21-0 lead and just needing to throw the ball to try to get back in the game, or was it them slowing down the run?
Yeah, no, I think we were decent in the run. I think we did a nice job in the run. I think we just probably got away from it a little bit too early. And I think when you start looking at the clock, really right before half, OD catching that ball on the sideline on 4th and 8, that's a big deal. We're in field goal range. We take some points there. There was a 2nd and 22 that they broke a big run on. That was a tough one, as well, that kept their drives alive. And then as they extended that, they had one drive, that ate up a huge amount of clock. I think we had the ball for 2 possessions in the 3rd quarter, and that really put you behind a little bit, because now you're looking at it's 3-score game. We got to do something. We got to do it quickly. And I think if we hang with the run game just a little more, we'd be okay there. We're just up against the clock, though, too, at the end. But at the 2-minute mark, with the ball in our hand on plus territory, with, a chance to put one in the end zone and try to get the ball back quick, and, we just weren't able to do it. But it was not, there's a lot of things that didn't go well, obviously on Saturday. And when, you take that many sacks and you're able to turn them over and not do much with them, but when they're able to convert on 3rd downs at the rate at which they were doing it, there's just a lot in there. But to still be in it at the end, I think speaks volumes of the guys on this team. And I think as coaches, we got to help them clean it up. And I'm excited for them to do just that, as we roll into this week.
And then, Coach, looking ahead to this weekend, obviously Southern Miss making a change at the top of their program. Have you had an opportunity or had to play against an interim head coach in the past, and how does that affect preparation for you guys, if at all?
Yeah, no, I personally haven't, but on our staff, guys have, and it's gone, both ways, both extremes. One is, there's scenarios where you play unbelievably well, and there's other ones where it doesn't work out, that well. So I think, and we have two different guys on staff that were in the exact same scenarios and dealt with it each way. And I think that's just, we're prepared for all of it. And I think, it's, again, going to be about us every week when we come in here. It's got to be about us, and we have enough of our own, our own things to clean up here. That's where our focus got to lie.
Thank you, and thank you, Coach. Appreciate your time today.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.